So we're going to look at a couple of songs for this video. We'll start on page 76, and we have a new concept that we're going to be learning. So the very first thing that we're going to do is a C pentascale warm-up. It's very, very simple. You're going to start on treble C, bass C. So it's C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C, G, C. And if you'll notice in your book here, for this C pentascale, what they've done is they've gone in here and actually written the steps of the scale. So these here in the center are not finger numbers, but these are the number of which step in the scale this is. So C would be the first note, D would be the second note, E the third note, F the fourth note, and then fifth would be G. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 1. If you've done some singing in elementary school or even in choir, you might know those as do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, sol, do. So in music, when we talk about the first degree of the scale, or the first step of the scale, and the fifth step of the scale, those are very important notes within a scale, and so we have special names that we give those. The first scale step is called the tonic. So in the key of C, when we're using a C pentascale, the note C is going to be the tonic, or the first scale step, sometimes called the first degree of the scale. And then the fifth scale step also has a special name. It's called the dominant. So if we're in C pentascale and we go C, D, E, F, G, G will be our fifth scale step, or the fifth degree of the scale, also called the dominant. So in C pentascale, C is the tonic, G is the dominant. And so I'm going to go down here to the bottom of my page and play this two-note flight, and this entire song only uses the tonic and the dominant in C pentascale. So I'm going to go ahead and set up in C pentascale here. I start with my low bass C. I play the tonic and the dominant, tonic, dominant, cross over, play this tonic, and back down, C, G, C, G, cross over, C, G, C, back down, G, C, G, C, G, stay down here, C, G, C, G, then I end on C, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to cross my right hand over to play the C an octave below that, which you probably can't see on the video because I can't quite get the entire keyboard in, but just know that you're going to cross the right hand over there, play that C an octave lower. And it does ask you here the question, does two-note flight end on the tonic? And the answer is yes, it does. It ends on the note C, and C is tonic. Anytime that a song like this does not end on tonic, it's going to sound like it's not finished. So that's kind of one way that you can really remember just by listening whether you're on the tonic or the dominant of the key, is if the song sounds like it has really come to an end, then it's probably on the tonic. If it sounds like it still has someplace to go and that it's not quite over, then it's probably on the dominant. So now we're going to look at Journey by Camel, which is on page 77. So we have a lot of things going on in this song. First of all, we've got some accidentals. We've got sharps and flats in this piece that we need to watch for. We also have a new term called ritardando, and it's usually abbreviated with the RIT period, and that just means a gradual slowing down. So whenever you see that symbol marking in your music, you'll know to gradually slow down. And here we see it in the next to last measure of the piece, ritardando. So we're going to slow down just a little bit there. We also have some staccato and some legato, so we want to pay attention to that, as well as some crescendo and diminuendo. So here we're going to get louder and quieter, louder and quieter. So pay careful attention to all of those. Also notice here at the very end we have a hand position change where we're going to go down an octave to that lower C and G in this piece. And this is the song using C pentascale. So in C pentascale, remember C will be our tonic and G will be our dominant. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and set my thumb up on treble C, my pinky down here on bass C, so I'm in the treble C pentascale position, and the song goes like this. G.